Welcome, free live tarot readings on a Tuesday night. How is everybody doing tonight? Renee, welcome. Ebony, CM, Barry, and the wonderful Land. How's everybody doing? It's Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Got Thanksgiving Day after tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. So how is everybody doing tonight? It is just one of those, average Tuesday nights where we just sort of hang out and see what's going on with the world and all that good stuff. Marina, welcome. How are you doing tonight? So CM, I did take your advice. I modified the Kiwi card so it doesn't look as weird. So the Kiwi card does not look a little dark like you said. So it looks a little better. The Kiwi are just playing around. They're all having fun. Sunflower, Boo Boo, what's going on? Bartman, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. Megan, how are you as well? We're sort of hanging out tonight. I did, there's no typing tonight. I did fall and injured my hand today, so I'm not typing. So we're gonna go zero typing. We're gonna see how that works. Should be back to typing tomorrow. So there you go. Yummy. What is going on? How are you doing? So what kind of questions do we got tonight? We are doing some tarot action. What kind of questions we got going on? Anybody? Natasha, hello. How are you doing? Music promoter, Natasha. There you go. Well, Tina, welcome to the channel. It is good to see you. So, yeah, I took a header while I was jogging. So, there you go. It happens. Stuff happens. So there you go. So Tina, welcome. Hit that like and subscribe, Tina. We have quite a few videos. We have 1,300 videos. 1,300 videos to choose from and all that good stuff. Need to know if I'm going to come out of surgery okay tomorrow. Natasha, let's see about your surgery by using, what's a good surgical deck? This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot would be not a bad surgical deck. Honey, welcome. What's going on? No, I did not break anything. I just sort of yanked it a little bit too much. I yanked it a little bit too much and, well, that sounds bad. You know what I mean? I hit the ground with it and I need to take it easy for a day. There you go. You did a tarot reading on it. Okay, Bartman, it's good to know. All right, I'll try to keep it out of frame. So everybody doesn't panic. All right, honey, please ask a question. I appreciate that. Okay, the surgery, how's it going to go tomorrow? And someone is watching me. Natasha, It's like the song with Michael Jackson sings, "Somebody's watching me." That's not actually Michael Jackson singing the whole song. That's somebody else, but Michael Jackson contributed to it. You know, I didn't know that until I was watching some video one day and all that stuff. Labyrinth, lots of tension at home and all of that. Yanked it to, yeah, probably poor wording there, but you know, that's probably poor wording there. Now, just sort of, it bounced off the pavement. So that's basically what it is. There you go. All right. See how the surgery will go. Ace of Cups and the Lovers, Justice, and the Four of Pentacles. It does look like it does cost a little more than you had anticipated, for sure. And yeah, got a little extra cost in there, a little more of that stuff. Justice says it's going to work out pretty good. I don't think anything's going to happen. Justice says we're sort of balanced out. So we do have the surgery, we do have the post-recovery, we do have all that stuff sort of lined up. I mean, it's pretty standard as far as how that's going to go and what exactly is going to sort of happen with that and all that good stuff. Christina and Philippe, welcome. How are you doing? But yeah, we do have that. The Justice does say that we're sort of moving into that space where we got the plans, everything is scheduled, everything is planned. We're going to go through the recovery. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I think it's going to be right on schedule. The heal and everything else comes out pretty good, right? The Lover says as well, you have a good match for surgery. So the doctor, you know, everybody that was lined up, they know what they're doing. They've done this before. Very experienced with this. It's not like they're totally new and totally wild and innovative or anything. They're pretty much standard on that. So the Lover says you have a good match with that. Ace of Cups says we're pretty excited overall about it because you do need to sort of, you know, get back to normal. We feel like we need to get back to normal. We feel like we need to take care of this. And it's pretty exciting to get it done. Obviously, everybody's going to be nervous when you sort of walk in there. Not really sure what's going to happen. But overall, you know what I mean? Overall, it's going to be all right at the end of the day. It's not going to be that bad. Not going to be too bad there. There we go. There we are. All right. Gonna say hi back, but you deleted your comment. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that comment. They removed that, removing the bone with a surgical extraction of all teeth. Oh man, anything in your mouth, anything, you know, being a dentist, that would be terrible. You got to just go into people's mouth and nobody's happy to see the dentist. Like 0 people are happy to be there. You know what I mean? What kind of job is that? Where you show up, all your customers hate you, but they have to come anyway. That's not the job to have. I'm just saying, it seems to be a challenging situation overall, definitely. You know what I mean? Moving bone on the both sides. Yeah, that's pretty harsh. All right. Haneen wants to know if they're going to be back together again or not. Haneen, let's see about that. By using the Waterfall Tarot. There we go. The Waterfall Tarot. By the way, should I reprint my book? Should I reprint my book for the new Kickstarter? Let me know what you think. Do we need another printing of the book? You know what I mean? I love having my teeth cleaned and I love the dentist. Christina is the only one. Christine, I hate it. Man, I hate the dentist. You know, I think you love the dentist until you need some major something happening. You know what I mean? Until you have something major that happens and you got to have it removed or pulled or yanked, or they start shooting you up with drugs, or they stick a needle in your mouth, and then you grow to dislike the dentist fairly quickly. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, so we're going to be back together soon. Taurus and a Pisces combination. Is that going to be a thing or not? It was sort of interesting. We got 3 majors here. We got a bunch of different things. Okay, well, basically, we have problems. We have problems here. The problem is going to be the Tower. The Tower starts this out. It says that we do have conflicts. We do have situations where we're just getting back and forth in there. We have some drama. We have all sorts of things happening. With the Tower says, ugh, that kind of hurts. But then you have the Lover. So this is maybe the relationship or one of you, both of you, like the spice, like a little bit of drama, a little bit of action in the adventure. You know what I mean? Just being in love, that's kind of boring. Let's add some spice to it, really sort of jack it up to the next level. The Tower says, let's do that into the lovers. So they have this up and down relationship. It's either really on or it's really off. And we do have problems sort of getting this into just a scheduled state, a normal state where we can settle down, we can relax, we can do all of that stuff, right? The King of Pentacles as well says we're trying to get there. It's just very difficult. It's just sort of, you need to get in there. You need to get in there, and no pun intended, but you need to get in there and get things settled and get things calmed down. I don't think that's going to happen, though. The Tower starting it out says we always are going to have something up. There is going to be some action with all of that stuff. So it's best to just sort of embrace that, understand maybe that's part of the relationship, understand that that's not going to be bad overall, especially if one or more people just love the spice and whatnot. King of Pentacles says we need to relax and go with the flow as is. As is. If we can do that, then we have a better chance of sort of getting back into some normalcy. The Moon says some normalcy is sort of scheduled, is sort of coming up eventually, right? The Moon says let's just get back into the day-to-day routine. Let's try to get there. And I think during that process, we're going to have some pretty good luck and maybe sort of get settled, maybe sort of understand how each other works and sort of move from there. There we go. All right. Music promoter. That's not something you need. Yeah, don't need that COVID, but a gazillion people have it now, apparently. So luckily, you're doing okay. That's the important part. You know what I mean? Luckily, you're doing all right. Antibody infusion. That sounds dirty. Had a body infusion. Get some of that Trump treatment. What the spirit guide's going to tell me. All right. What is any? By the way, in case you were new here, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So post your question, and I'll pick it if it sounds interesting. If you want it guaranteed, then you can donate. There you go. All right. That's what I feel like. COVID, just take it easy and rest. That's right. You just want to sort of just relax. You don't want to just like stress out over that stuff. As long as you're going to be okay. That's the important part at the end of the day. You just want to be all right. You know what I mean? Just want to be all right and see how that is going to go. All right. Yeah, the dentist. Just not happy with the dentist. I don't know. So we got Haneen, be back together. Moving. Sunflower. Sunflower, are you going to move to McKinney? Are you going to come to McKinney, Sunflower? Let's see what is going on with that. Let's get some Thoth action up in here because everybody loves the Thoth. Everybody likes that Thoth action because that's where you need to be. You know what I mean? A little bit of the Thoth action. There you go. All right, let's see how that is going to go. You just chillaxing. That's all you need. All you need. It's the holidays, Christina. It's the holidays, Christina. You just need to be chillaxing. Sit around and just sort of catch up on some shows, rent a movie or something. There's all sorts of movies that never came out in the theater and now they're up for rent. I saw those. I want to see The New Mutants. It was kind of butchered. The New Mutants was kind of butchered in the reviews, but I want to see it anyway. I want to see it because I love that comic book. When I was a kid, I had The New Mutants. I had issues like 1 through 100. I was just collecting them. I was a dork indeed. I was one of those, dork comic book collectors, which became cool in the 90s. But, back when I did it, everybody looked at me funny. But there you go. All right. Oh, let's see. What are we going to do here? Oh, are we going to be moving or not? Is this going to be a thing? I mean, I do see that you sort of burned out of where you're at. That's for sure. I mean, it's almost like that you sort of just burned out. You need something. You need some change. You need something like that. We need to get a little more change, a little more action. I think it's almost like you're being a bit sort of either micromanaging or you're being micromanaged at home. And it sort of feels like that there's a lot of stuff going on and there's just this constant flow of things. And you're just not, sometimes it's just a little bit too much. And sometimes you just want to get away. And it's just nice to be away, nice to be out and about and whatnot. So it does feel like that there are some extra stressors that we're sort of going through with that. The world says that moving would give you more opportunities to do some things that you wanted to do. I think that you would be in a pretty good situation, depending upon obviously where you moved and whatnot. But you'd be in a pretty good situation as far as moving and sort of getting into a new place. You do sort of want some bigger place. You do want some place that's going to be, a little bit more expansive, something like that. The world is an expansive card where we have all sorts of innovations, all sorts of ideas, and all the good stuff that comes with that as well. So, there you go. With that expansion, I think you're ready for it. And I think that you're in charge enough to where you sort of want to. So this decides if I want to or not. And we got an interesting card after that, right? The Queen says that what are we going to do about that? Where are we going to move? The location. That's going to be your main thing as well. Jay, welcome. And Feisty, what is going on? Good to see you. So, depending upon where you move, location is going to be your key component because you need to have a bunch of things in place. You need to have the proper location. You need to have the proper schools nearby. You need to have all sorts of things sort of surrounding you that you need on a day-to-day basis. You can't just hop around and randomly pick a location. So moving is going to be 90% strategic for you, but I do see you really sort of shopping for it. Now, I say that even though we don't have a movement card in here. I think that means that you're really, really leaning towards the shopping aspect of it, and you're really sort of not really finding what you need. But in the 2 years, you do have the power and the ability to get that done. Are you leaning towards actually doing it? I don't see any movement cards here, so I don't know. But we're in the shopping phase. We're in the shopping phase right now. And that's what's so important, right? Taurus, Spirit, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Mimsy, welcome. And Samantha, welcome as well. So good to have everybody here. All right. KD, will I get the fat cash that I applied for? KD, let's check that out. By using... Oh, what do we want to do? We're going to do the divine. We need to do the divine today. That is going to be the key right there. Try Texas. I heard it's nice. Yeah. Sunflower. Texas is nice indeed. Sunflower was just in McKinney over here. So Texas is pretty, the real estate is cheap. Christina, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you as always, girl. All right. Yeah, Texas is cheap. You got real estate. Everybody's friendly. I'm just saying, the only problem is the summers. It's kind of hot, but it doesn't last too long. If you can put up with it for like a month or two, then you're out of summer. You're back into it. It's been really cold here lately, actually. So I don't know about all that. All right. By the way, I'm not typing your question over here because I injured my hand today. So, I fell while I was jogging and I hit the pavement. So hopefully it'd be better tomorrow, but today there's no typing. All right. So let's see about that. Let's see, Mimsy. Yeah, there you go. I appreciate Mimsy. Well, are we getting the money that we applied for? We got the wrong deck. You said Dark Mansion. I'm over here talking, reading chat, not paying attention. All right, let's do Dark Mansion. The Dark Mansion we go. The Dark Mansion we go. Pretty much back to normal, having sort of a partial shutdown. No, we're not shutting down. We are not shutting down here in Texas. In Texas, we just sort of go with the flow. Restaurants are still half capacity for the most part, but there you go. All right, are we getting the money that we came for? Are we getting the things that we came for? Are we getting this application done? Four of Wands. The home card where everything works out. Everything is nice. We get the nice match. We get the money sort of donation or whatever we're looking for. The Four of Wands is upside down. Doesn't look good. In fact, the only thing that is right side up is actually the Tower. We have the Tower, and it's sort of an interesting thing. It's like the money that we applied for is either going someplace else, or there's something else we need to do for it. But we do have a Tower situation where things sort of get crumble down, things go to get a bit of an active and all of that other stuff. You know what I mean? The Tower, it says there's some wild stuff going on. Samantha, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, the Tower says there are some changes coming. The Empress reverse, it almost says that we're still waiting for that. If it's coming, it's going to be delayed. if it may not come at all. I don't see anything that's sort of a cutting card, like the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, things that cut, things that get into that. I don't really see that happening at all. It feels like just, no, that's not happening. It feels like maybe it's just delayed. It feels like it's going to be a bit of loops or hoops that we need to sort of jump through to get it. The Tower says that, as well as the Seven of Wands, the defensive card, says we do have to jump through a few hoops to get there. Empress as well, we're just not comfortable with it. We're not happy with the situation, and overall it looks like it's going to be a little bit challenged to sort of get to you. So there you go. All right, Samantha, does Sarah G have something? There you go. All right, well, CM, hopefully there's a vaccine coming. There's like 50 people have vaccines coming or whatever. All these companies are cranking them out. So I'm assuming once the vaccines are widely distributed, we'll be back to normal. I'm assuming that, but I don't know. We're going to wait and see what happens, right? There you go. Honey, should I keep waiting for him? Honey, donations take priority, then I pick at random. We are on 3 donations, and then I will wander around and see if there's anything interesting in chat, honey. That's how it works. Let me post the rules one more time for all of that. There is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. I pick at random because you never know. You never know what is next. There is no list, so we don't go in order. We just sort of wing it. It is a winging it channel. You know what I mean? If you wonder why I don't do a list, you can read my book. Link in the description. The ebook is only $5. It'll let you know in long form why I don't do a list. There you go. Okay, there you go. Oh, Sunflower. Sunflower donated for you, Honey. There you go. Honey keeps asking, should I keep asking, waiting for him? I have no idea what Honey's question was. Honey, repost your question. Repost your question, Honey. You don't have to wait any longer. There you go. All right. CM, you don't have to be alone. You can come here on the stream. You can come here and hang out with me. All right. So does Sarah G miss me as a friend? I would miss you as a friend. I miss you on the days you're not here, Samantha. The Five of Wands. Well, you had a knockdown drag out with this person. Wow. You had quite of a knockdown drag out with this particular person. The Five of Wands. There is some conflict. There is some beef happening. We got some, apparently we had some judo action over here. You threw him to the ground. Ace of Wands says they are sort of chasing you eventually. They do chase you. They do take some action, the Ace of Wands, with that. And again, we have that with the Chariot. That's sort of an interesting combination here. You know what I mean? It just sort of says that Ace of Wands says that they try to take action. They want to sort of initiate something, and they're the person that initiates the conversation. They initiate all of that stuff. So there you go. But they do sort of come back. The Chariot says they're pretty persistent about it. It's almost like, don't forgive me. It was your fault, but hey, let's be friends again. It's one of those. It's like, I'm not really gonna apologize for anything. I'm just going to pretend like nothing happened. And let's be friends again. Let's do the Chariot, all that stuff. The Five of Coins, you may not be receptive to that. I think that you're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. What about all that crap you did? What is all of that going on? Like, what is happening with that? It feels like that you just get frustrated with it. You just don't want to do it because the way they come in with the attitude. But overall, yes, they do miss you as a friend. They do miss you as a friend, and they will be coming back. So, one of those days when I need more water. I need more water alone with your cats. Spirit guides. Spirit guides. Honey has the spirit guides question. All right. Honey, we got you covered. We got you covered with the spirit guides. Normally, I would type it, but not today. By the way, if you're new here, got a couple of new people. There you go. Look at this. This is my tarot tower. It holds 70 decks of cards, and you can build it for only $20 with crap you get at Walmart. Link in the description. In the description down there, there's a link in that description, and it will teach you how to build that. I got a full video with specifications. It's so cheap and easy. Build you one. Build you one. You know what I mean? Am I losing the other money next month? Let's see how about that. There we go. Wonderful holiday. Yeah, see him. You got to, the internet friends are still friends. It's not like they're not real people. You know what I mean? Internet friends are still good friends. I have a lot of good friends from video games and stuff like that. Ebony needs a tarot tower. You do. You do. Ebony, it's so cheap and easy to make. Watch that video, Ebony. It's in my video list. You got to watch it. It's so easy and you love it too. I mean, you get all your tarot decks out there. They're airing out. If one of them smells bad like this one, if one of them smells bad like that one, then you can air it out. All of that stuff. Ebony's been binge watching. Ebony. Well, I appreciate that. That's pretty cool. All right. What are we doing with the spirit guides? How are they going to treat us? Queen of Swords. That's sort of interesting. Four of Cups. I think your spirit guides are leading you to a place you haven't been before. I think they're nudging you to the next stage. You know what I mean? They're nudging you to the next stage. I don't think that you can stay complacent with where you're at. A lot of things that you're being complacent with, you need to expand, you need to grow. And sometimes growing and expanding and doing those things is kind of difficult. You know what I mean? A lot of times you get into a situation where you're just not content, not happy at all, and you're just in a weird place where things just aren't working. And I think you can work through that. I think the spirit guides will help you out. They will let you know sort of where you're at on that. They'll give you a little bit of a status update. And I think they can guide you through that part. But the Four of Cups is sort of where we're offered things we don't want, right? And that is the Lord of Blended Pleasure. A lot of times we have too much of something, or we overindulge, or we sort of get on a train and we're just like, hey, I like where I'm at. Let me sort of stay here. But again, being complacent is really not going to be that sort of the long-term strategy for you. The Knight of Swords also says you have some things that you are delaying as well. You have some things we've been putting off. So definitely get on those. The Knight of Swords is a very active card. It says just rush in there without a plan. Sometimes you got to do that. I think a lot of times you'll overthink it. You'll try to come up with this perfect strategy, perfect plan, trying to get it. And a lot of times you just sort of have to dive in and into the pool and swim around until you find the edges. You know what I mean? And I think that's going to be one of the big things that's coming up is sort of rush in there, try to find an adventure and get that going. That's going to be a pretty good deal. Page of Cups says that, sometimes it's good to reset and to rethink how you're approaching things as well. If you're doing something it's not successful, you definitely want to readdress that, figure out how that's going to go, and sort of figure out the new strategy for that. So there you go. There's your spirit guide messages for Yanni. Thank you so much, Sunflower Boo Boo, for hosting Yanni. I greatly appreciate you, as always. Boo Boo is the best ever. KD's got a couple of questions. Anaya wants to know, is there a list? Good news, Anaya, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. All right, everybody wants the book. Okay, I'll print the book again, but I do want to update it and add some stuff. So we'll get the book and we'll add some stuff. There we go. Add some stuff. We'll put in all the meanings of all the new the new deck, all the meanings of the cards and whatnot. All right. Am I losing the other money? Am I losing more cash? Ooh, we have the best tarot for that too. The Hermetic Tarot is going to be all right. What is going on, Nate? It's good to see you. How are you doing? All right. Here we go. So let's see about that. Am I losing the fat cash? Am I losing that fat cash? You don't want to lose money. It's always good to get more money. Never losing money is never a fun thing. No two ways about that at all. No two ways about that at all. By the way, if you did buy the book, I will have the extra bonus chapters or whatnot available as a free download. So you do not have to buy it again. So, but if you don't have it, hey, there you go. Okay. Good here. Got a Kipper. Haven't had time with it yet. Kipper's pretty fun. Kipper is indeed fun. All right. Let's see what we're doing with this. We're going to lose some money or not. Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, a Three of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. I don't think you're going to lose it. I don't think we're going to lose the extra stuff. The Three of Swords is a cutting card. So it does indicate that we do have some cutting action, but it's almost like that we still get it, but we end up just not losing it. We get something else. It's like something is replacing it. In other words, there's this money, it could go, money could be moving around, but it's not like this that you just have a situation where a lot of money is just vacating the scene. You know what I mean? And we see that because of the Knight of Wands, a big movement card, a big action card, reversed. It says just sort of ease up with that stuff. All right, let's see. Doing black magic on me. Sunflower, thank you for hosting, Nate. I appreciate you. All right, Nate, we got your question handled there. All right, let's see that. You have the book. Indeed, you do, CM, because you're awesome. All right. But yeah, we have some money coming in. It's almost like you're in a fine balancing act to where things sort of flow out, but then they flow back in. So you have this evening of that. And that's where the Three of Swords and the Knight of Wands sort of comes in, right? The Three of Wands is also sort of an interesting thing. We have the 2 3s. We have that action of the creationism both in here, and then we have the cutting. So again, things balance out. Things flow in, things flow out. The Queen of Cups, though, says it's sort of distressing that we do have a lot of the money movement happening. It is a bit distressing. It is sort of weird. You're sort of taking it, in a weird way. You're just like, what the hell's going on? It is sort of confusing and stuff like that. But, I don't see money leaving. I see things moving, being replaced, moving, being replaced. It's almost like it wants to keep you at a certain level. Almost like it wants to keep you, the world wants to keep you at a certain level. So there we go. All right. Yeah, we'll reprint the book. And good news, if you buy the Kickstarter deck, you get 2 stickers, including stickers and maybe bookmarks and we're going to have the coolest cloth that you have seen. Not as cool as Chiro, but pretty close. I ordered a big cloth sampler with like 100 different cloths. I'm going to go through and I'm going to be really picky. This cloth feels like this cloth. I'm going to wash them all and see if they shrink and look at how the print looks after it washes. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to pick the exact perfect cloth for my cloth, and it is going to be pretty decent looking as well. All right, finances for December with some Poe. Get some Poe action. That's what we need. That's what we need. Poe has been neglected. It has been neglected. It got a lot of hate, too, on the reviews. Not a lot of people like the Poe. I do, because I like Eugene Smith. I think Eugene Smith is amazing. If I ever win the lottery, which I plan to, if I ever win the lottery, I am hiring Eugene Smith. And Eugene, I'm going to get Eugene Smith to make us a tarot card. And we're going to have live streams with Eugene. And you're going to tell him what you want out of the tarot cards. And we're going to design it and we're going to make it perfect. And hopefully, hopefully he'll do it. If not, I'll find somebody else. But we're going to do a live interactive tarot creation to where they come up with a prototype and a little sketch. And we go, no, what about adding this and adding that? And it'll be like a stream of, it will be like a YouTube channel creates the tarot. It'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of weird, but kind of fun. Anyway. All right. Finances for December, how are they looking? We're back to money again. The 8 of Wands says that 8 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, the Chariot, and the 5 of Pentacles. There are some money. I mean, the money situation is not like just robust. It's not like just robust. Sort of figured that out, right? We have the 5 of Pentacles feel here. It's not like that you're just rolling in money. You're so rich that you just put $100 bills on the ground and you sort of roll around on them. It just doesn't seem that way. The 5 of Pentacles says we do have money issues. We're sort of tight right now. This is sort of the way it is. You're in a phase to where it just feels restricted. We feel like it's just not where we need it and all of that stuff. So yeah, we're not exactly just rolling in the dough. The Chariot says we're moving into a better place, though. We do have a movement card, the Chariot. It's going to be good news. We're moving into a better place. It's going to be better in 2021. I think 2021 cleans up a lot of things that you have problems with in 2020. And overall, I think we're moving into a better space For December, I think it's going to be a little better, but as we move into January and February, it's going to be a lot better. I think things are going to really improve. And the Three of Cups says that we're getting these contacts, we're getting to know people, we have opportunities with other people, and those other peoples are going to sort of be, there for us, and they're going to help us out. We open opportunities, open doors that otherwise wouldn't have been opened, and that is going to be some big action with that. And again, we have another movement card. So December is kind of a moving in towards a better place, sort of scooting towards that next level, and I think that is going to be the big thing. I'm going to call it the Boo Boo deck with muffins. That would be interesting. They have a muffin in every card. Yeah, that'd be kind of iffy. That'd be kind of iffy, kind of samey there. But the joke would be hilarious. I mean, I have to say the joke would be hilarious. And luckily for muffins, I do have one in my food deck. I picked a perfect time for the food deck. Come on, admit it. I picked a beautiful time for the food deck right when the muffins became a thing. Nate, I'm not typing, dude. I fell and I injured my hand while I was jogging this morning. So we have a hand injury, no typing. We're on you, Nate. We're on your reading. There you go. The black thing on my screen is blank. Indeed it is, because I'm not typing, because I took a fall. I took a header. You know what I mean? One of those things. It just happens. That's how it goes. All right. Feisty, stay safe as well, Feisty. It's good to see you, of course. We should be able to type tomorrow, I think. Hopefully. It's kind of annoying not to type. I mean, that feature is a big thing. That's a big feature, especially if you're viewing it later. That is a really big feature you sort of have to have. So hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. We'll be all right. All right. Now, Nate wants to know, is Constantine doing black magic on me? Actually, black magic, I don't, maybe white magic, black magic, brown magic, pink magic, red magic. I don't know what the difference is, but we'll see if they're doing magic on me or not. The Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. I don't think so. The Eight of Wands is sort of be an indicator that there's movement towards this. Something's happening with that. The Eight of Wands is reversed, though. It's like the movement's not happening. The action is not happening. It seems that it's just not a thing. It's just not something that is going to be happening. The Seven of Wands as well. I think me is set up to where that they don't really have any problems getting rid of purple magic, pink magic, orange magic, or anything like that, right? The Seven of Wands is a defensive card. It says, hey, I'm defensive. I know what to do, all that, I know Kali. So Nate, do you know Kali? Kali was a lot of fun. It's stick fighting. It's highly enjoyable. If you haven't tried that, Nate, by the way, Kali, Kali, is a hell of a lot of fun. If you're into martial arts, that's a good one. That is really, nobody does it around me anymore, but I had the privilege to study that for about 1.5 years, and that was very enjoyable. Anyway, Seven of Wands says they are a master of Kali. They are a master of getting the defense on, and it is looking pretty good as well. Looking great with that. Queen of Cups, I think they're at an emotional state to where they're sort of thinking that. They're at an emotional state to where they don't feel stable. They don't feel secure. They don't feel comfortable. That's their own thing, though, right? The Queen of Cups, that beautiful emotional, the water of the Queen being reversed. It says I'm not really in sync emotionally. I mean, that's their own thing. And the Hermit reversed as well. Just says they've gotten into situations and all of that stuff. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Yeah, Kali is extremely enjoyable. That's one of the worst damaging martial arts I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, if you have somebody that really knows that, there's not much you can do. There's not much you can do. They will pretty much destroy you very, very quickly. We used to get in the gear, we have the gear on the head gear, and then you have the shoulder gear and whatnot, and you had the gloves, and you go in with that stuff. And Anyway, yeah, the skilled people would just rattle, would just rattle you just like you're a drum or something. All right. What will my next boyfriend like most about me? What will my next boyfriend like most about me? Samantha, let's see what your next boyfriend's gonna like. Samantha, you have so many things to like. Samantha, I mean, you have so many things to like. I mean, there's a wide variety and a choice that they have there. Janat, welcome. What is going on? Looking for a job there. All right, cool. And Elijah, welcome. How are you both doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm Tara Oracle, and I do the readings. So we're here every single night at 6:30 p.m. Central, by the way. We don't take any days off. Even when I'm injured, I'm still here. I'm still here. It doesn't matter. You know, I could be in a wheelchair and not be able to move, and I'll still be here. It'd be kind of awkward, but I'll still be here. I'll be reading. You know what I mean? I guess I could switch to no cards at that point. Okay. All right. By the way, in case you're new here, in case you have never been here, there is no list. Donations take priority, and then I pick at random. So post your question in chat if I have time, if donations. After the donations, we'll see what's good in chat. Okay, what would my boyfriend like most about me? The Queen of Swords. I don't think you mince words. You don't mince words at all. I think you get right to the point. Samantha just goes, this is the point. This is what is important. This is what I want. This is how it's going to go. I don't think that you mess around. I think Samantha lays down the law. Samantha lets people know what Samantha wants and what Samantha thinks. The Queen of Swords, you're very, very sort of determined. You're a good leader. You know what you want. You're not going to sit there and BS. You're not going to play games. You're not going to lie to people. You're going to let them know. You're going to let them know, and you expect the same from them. They love that about you. They enjoy that about you. Because you don't have to sit there and try to figure out what you're thinking. You know what I mean? You don't have to sit there and try to get through lies or try to do games or anything. No. You know where you do. You get it done. The Knight of Swords as well. The Knight of Swords. They do think that you worry a little bit too much about some stuff. So you sit there and worry about a little bit about it. Michelle, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But that's going to be okay. That's going to be a little minor thing. The Four of Pentacles is kind of interesting here. You're a giving person. The Four of Pentacles. Look, see, everything is locked up and not very forgiving. It's not very sharing, not very giving. It's reversed. This is sort of a Walmart Six of Pentacles, right? But I think that you're a giving person. You'd give all your time and energy. If somebody needed you, you got a best friend that needs you, you're right there for them. You're very giving. You're a very kind person, and you let people know that, hey, you're there for them. You back them up. If somebody needs backed up, right? You know, no pun intended. If somebody needs to be backed up, you're there to back them up. You're right there. You're not going to BS around with all that. And the Queen of Wands reversed. This is the CEO. This is a little bit maybe too organized, maybe too OCD. You don't roll with that. You're going to relax. You're going to get things done. And then you're going to take the time to relax and recharge and sort of rest. You're not going to be like the workaholic where you're just constantly going 24 hours a day. You know, they like that. They like somebody that's just going to be able to just kick back. Let's watch a movie. Let's turn the brain off and let's just go and you know, have some fun there. So there you go. That's what they like about Samantha. Samantha has so many things to like. They're going to have a hard time choosing because there's a rich buffet of good stuff over there. All right. Let's scroll around and see what we got going on. Black magic changing anything other than yourself. If not, free will's violated. Oh, okay. All right. By the way, if anybody's going to do magic on me, if you're going to make a voodoo doll of me and you're going to poke it with pins and all that other stuff, I lost 240 pounds, so don't make the voodoo doll just huge. You know what I mean? Once you got the voodoo doll and you got it stuffed and it's like this big because that's how big I was, you need to start taking some of that out until it's skinnier. Otherwise, you're going to lose the feel entirely. So I'm just saying, I'm just recommending you got to make a good voodoo doll if it's going to be me. You know what I mean? All right. Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Miss M snuck in. How are you doing, Miss M? It's so good to see you. I appreciate you. You lay down the law. Indeed, you do. Sarah wants to know the rest of the year. What does it look like career-wise? Let's see about that. Sarah, How are we going to do that? I think we're going to roll. We're going to roll with the Mons Tarot. The Mons Tarot, it's got to be done. The Mons Tarot needs to be done. Needs to be done. Here you go. Let's see about that. We got the injured hand today. We're sort of navigating around it. That's all good. It's all good. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. See what's going on. By the way, I did make a nice card. I did make another card before I went jogging, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So we're going to have another card. And if you're not subscribed, I did release a video on how to make a realistic dog. You can do that in like 10 minutes. You can make a realistic dog in 10 minutes on your PC or Mac. All right. See what we're doing here. The rest of the year career, what is going to go on? Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. It almost seems like we do either layoffs or we have a little bit of action with sort of, trimming off the bottom 10% of the staff. It feels like, you know what I mean? The Page of Swords into the Three of Swords. Now, if you read the book, the Three of Swords says we're trimming it a little bit. It's not like the Ten of Swords where we have just a big terminal stop with everything. It seems like some companies that maybe the company that you're working at or something is going on, but we do have a little bit of a trimming action with that. Page of Swords also says that communication is not really happening. So if we're going on interviews, if we're talking to the boss, if we're sort of working day to day, a lot of the communication you think is happening in the background, it feels like it's not up front. It's a little bit subversive. There's some stuff going on that you don't really know what's going on, but you feel like there's some things moving around back there. You know what I mean? Some people are making plans. Some people are moving things around. We do have some motion going on with that Page of Swords. Sort of an interesting thing. All right. The Devil does say that we do have some forces that are working against us a little bit as far as the career is concerned, but I don't think they're really going to stop us, right? Because the Two of Wands says that we end up searching, we end up sort of seeking, looking around a little bit, and we end up with a new opportunity. Now, I don't think that's going to be at the end of the year. I don't think that's going to be this year. Again, the cutting motion really sort of feels like this year is sort of rounding out, sort of getting a little slowdown. We're sort of moving into a situation where we're sort of getting into a little bit, not really just hard stability, but a little bit of a rocky motion before we get into a little more of a stable project. Again, the Devil says there are things sort of working against us with that. Now, I think the big changes are going to come around January, February. We're looking at something sort of big happening. The Two of Wands says an opportunity opens up. I think that's going to be something that somebody that you know or have known, they either have some news, you see something, you know something, and you end up either working with or talking to somebody that you've known before. The Two of Wands says we do have that opening up. And the Fool says it is an opportunity. It's something that we could chase if we want to. Now, the Fool does say several things with a job. Janad, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. The Fool does say something about the job. The Fool says that it is an unknown. In other words, it's going to be something brand new. So when we're looking for a job, we're looking for sort of where we're going next. The Fool says that we have an unknown opportunity. Doesn't mean you want to take it. If you're in something super stable, we survived the Devil, we survived the cutting action of the Three of Swords. Maybe we're in a good stability where we don't really want to move, but the opportunity exists anyway. Again, this is going to be a big unknown. A lot of unknown factors, a lot of things that we just don't know. It's not like a job that we've had before. It's not a job that we've sort of vetted or somebody knows us there or something like that. It's sort of something that is going to be just a completely unknown. And you're really sort of hesitant as far as should I dive into that or not. All right, Janad, will I get the job? All right, let's see about getting a job or not. Seeing what is going on with that. A good one for that would be everybody's favorite, the brand new, the awesome and wonderful Elemental Wisdom Tarot. This is one of those tarot decks. I have no idea how they made it. I have no idea at all. This is a bit advanced. I mean, in theory, if you spent enough money on some on Adobe stock images, I think you could make it. But the amount of work would be insane. I don't know. They did a pretty good job on that. I'm assuming it's not like one person there. I assume it's like more than one person. I don't really know, man. But anyway, but yeah, making this is that is a lot of time. That is a substantial. That is not a small amount of time invested in that. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. Will I get the job or not? We're looking for coins, bottom line. Coins, movement cards, anything like that. Megan, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. We're looking for coins. We're looking for movement cards. What do we have? Oh, look, Janot, we have movement cards and coins. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're looking good with that. Not looking good in a beautiful way, but we're looking good as far as it sort of opens up to us and we can't get it, but there may be conditions as far as it goes. The Two of Coins says that we have choices. It is all about choices. It's all about balance. Into the Page of Coins. It's like that we get an opportunity, but maybe it doesn't pay as much as we want. The Page of Coins, it's not as much pay as we want. It doesn't have the stuff that we want in there. We should have sort of a challenge with that. The Eight of Wands says, I think that we end up taking it. I do think that we end up taking it. But again, it's almost like that either they're docking us on the pay, they're playing around with the pay. We don't have exactly the most stable optimization as far as that goes. It also seems like we need to do extra work. Maybe we need to come back. Maybe we need to do another interview. Maybe they have alternate questions. Maybe they need some extra stuff that we can do to get in there, but it doesn't seem like it's just a shoe in where we just go, right? That would be an Eight of Wands, like if Eight of Wands were like over here, maybe we just hop in. Maybe we have the Three of Coins would be great. An Eight of Coins would mean a regular work schedule. 10 of Coins would mean we get the money that we want. We're pretty happy with that, anything as far as that, but we just don't have that. We have a choices card. We have the choices and a new money or something coming in that's sort of new with that, but we end up taking it anyway. So I do think you have an opportunity. Do you want to take it or not? I think you're going to have a second thoughts about that, maybe a little bit of a doubt as we sort of move into that. But I do think it's sort of something is offered to you clearly with the Two of Coins, with the choices, but something that's offered to you may not be exactly what you were just dreaming and salivating over type thing. All right. Anyway, thank you for being here on the stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Can we do a money trick when we're handicapped? What do you think? Can we do a money trick when we're handicapped? Is that a thing? We have so many new people. I want to do the money trick. I want to do the money trick. Can we do it when we're handicapped? I'm not sure that's going to work out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that's going to work out. Let's not risk it, because if we mess up the money trick, then it's going to be really bad. Reading for muffins for Boo Boo. Reading from Boo Boo, do you have another question, or like what's happening with this? What is happening with that? I don't know. Sorry, at work my boss is walking down. You got to hide the phone. You don't let him see the Tarot Oracle show. I don't know. Boo Boo, did you have another question, or what are we going to do? What is Boo Boo's man going to be like about her? Okay, there you go. What is Boo Boo's man going to like about Boo Boo? I don't know. Let's go with this one. It has been a hot minute since we've done the forest. Since we have done the forest. Any drip? What is going on? He'll kill me. Yeah. You know, everybody knows the Tarot Oracle show. When he hears my voice, he's going to be like, who's the guy with the sexy voice? You know what I mean? Amanda, I do not see any super chats. Amanda, if you have an ad blocker, it blocks it. Sometimes if you're on a phone as well, it'll block it as well. It looks like it went through, but it didn't go through. So if it went through, it would appear here. It would be go bling, and it'll be like that. All right. Oh, let's see what is going on with all of that stoof. What does Boo Boo's man love about Boo Boo? Ooh, look at that. The two. Boo Boo takes charge. Boo Boo takes charge, right? Boo Boo takes charge. We got the Two of Wands. We got Boo Boo just takes charge with that. Boo Boo gets it going on. Domain. She is the master of that stuff. Boo Boo learns quickly as well. If Boo Boo wants to get something done, if Boo Boo wants to learn it, she's going to figure out something. She's going to have these innovative ideas where you just sort of launch into them and you just make them work. You know what I mean? No matter what the idea is, Boo Boo is going to make it work. She doesn't care if you're in her way. Boo Boo is going to run over you because Boo Boo is going to make it work and be successful. Boo Boo doesn't care. Boo Boo just does it and gets it done. That is the important part. Now, the Tower. Boo Boo, I don't think likes change very much. She likes a regular schedule. She likes predictability. She likes knowing where things are going to be, what they're going to be, and how they're going to be. She doesn't like a lot of unpredictability, and that's a good thing, right? So if you throw a curveball at her, she's not going to be pretty happy with that. She's going to want a little bit of a predictable situation, and she's going to let you know too. She's not going to beat around the bush. She's going to let you know that we need something predictable and understandable. Need to come to an understanding on all that and get that done, right? As well as Boo Boo has a lot of different options, a lot of different things that she likes to do. So it's not like that she's one-sided to where she only gets this one thing done, or she does this one pattern thing, or she never has anything innovative ideas or anything like that. She is all over the place. She's got a lot of cool ideas. She's implementing them. She's getting them done. And the best part is she's not boring. So she knows all sorts of good stuff. She's good at such a variety of things, so you never quite know what is going to be next. What is going to be next on the list? And the best part is she knows how to butter a muffin, apparently. I don't know. We have buttered muffins. We have buttered muffins in chat. And yeah, the muffin thing, you know, Boo Boo, you probably shouldn't have mentioned that. I don't think you're ever going to live that down. I think the muffins will live on forever. It will live on in infamy. There's not like a moment where muffins will just, sort of go away. I think they're there forever. They will live on in infamy. Her cape has a muffin on it. It could be. It could be. Indeed. Boo Boo will throw down. Indeed. All right. So that is, I think that's it. All right, I'm going to go recover from my injury and go eat. And I will be back tomorrow. If you didn't get your question read, I'm here every single night. Every single night. Injured, not injured, it doesn't matter. I'm here every night. And I appreciate y'all being here. We will see you tomorrow.
Feels like I'm about to get screwed. My heart is easily misled. They say once you get older you regret. Head in the clouds, give me time. What is the harm? There's no crime.